Welcome to week 7 of All 22 Tuesday, a collaboration between FirstDown PlayBook, the Coaching Coordinator Podcast, the Scouting Academy, and FNF Coaches. All right, on this next play, we're in the red zone, and the Giants are using some switch releases here, trying to get some rubs, some picks to get their guys open into the end zone.
Yeah, Jason Garrett does a very good job here. This is a concept that I was around. It goes back a long ways, and we'll show you here before we're finished. I learned it from Todd Haley, who used to be the head coach at Kansas City. He was offense coordinator with Arizona in the Super Bowl and a couple other places. And the way I was taught it, Keith, is that you've got to switch release. You've really got to switch release here at the left-hand side too, but with different types of leverage. Now, you have to believe that the Giants knew that the Eagles were going to be in bracket coverage, just looking at the odds and everything. So they know that they've got outside leverage out here. So 87 runs directly at the corner, but puts his foot in the ground and wheels back inside late, for the touchdown. Now, the way, once again, that I learned this play was that if it is man coverage, and if you have an experienced quarterback and receivers, you can actually make this adjustment at the line of scrimmage based on what you're seeing leverage-wise and what you're expecting to get. Quarterback can actually read it if he wants to dart to that second receiver, if he knows that he can pick, rub, whatever, and then come off of it. But I think right here they knew they were getting bracket because the play prior to this, they had bracket, and 34 made a really good play on the inside dart or slant. So let's take a look at it, Keith, and I'll let you tell me what you see.
I think on both of these, I really like the technique they're using, right? So, if you look at it, on the bottom, it looks like some form of a smash. You got a corner, or two levels right there, a guy going to the flat, right? So you have that high-low stretch of the defense. If they were trying to run with that man and not bracket or pass that off, banjo it, then you'd have the opportunity for that flat route to come open there because of the way that the 82 there on the edge runs his route, right? He's going to get right into the hip of that guy first before he goes in the corner. Now up top, I think, again, just great technique right here. And as you said, looking at this, where it could be an option, I think, when we look at plays in isolation, you don't know some of those things, right, that it looks like, wow, that was just a great call. But most likely there was something in the way that they do these, the way that they operate, that allowed them to get into a very good call here for this. Now, I think the key, too, is we look at this view right here, that safety really freezes right there in the middle of the defense. So he's getting held there by, I don't know if it was is a running back right there helping him, but he's kind of just freezes. And in the NFL, we've talked about this all the time. The windows don't have to be big for you to get a guy open. This one's pretty big here down on the goal line now.
It is. I think you make a really good point about number 22 here. 47's got to get involved in this play if it's going to be bracket, if it's going to be a throw like this, because really that, he's going to have to push to that throw, maybe get a hand out there. 22 freezes safety and 47. And so this allows, once again, the window you're talking about. Now, as we're talking about this, this pass concept right here, once again, just going to try to flash back over here. The same concept in the Super Bowl many years ago, back when Kurt Warner was the quarterback, right here. And I remember the interview after the Super Bowl was about, essentially Todd Haley, who was the coordinator, said the problem was the splits weren't wide enough. And as we're talking football here, and some of you out there are thinking about running this is why the details matter. Because right now the splits are a little bit tighter, I think, than what they wanted. And as we all know, this was a historic play with Harrison getting up underneath this with the zone dog. And so if your splits aren't wide enough, that's what can happen to you. So it's just a little reminder about the details that you have to have when you run this type of concept.
Be sure to join us each week throughout the NFL season for All 22 Tuesday. All 22 Tuesday is brought to you by FirstDown PlayBook, the #1 football playbook tool for coaches at all levels of football. Edit any of our 35,000 plays or draw your own from scratch. All plays come with detailed coaching points and player assignments for every position. Keith Grabowski is the host of Coach and Coordinator podcast. He interviews the most knowledgeable head coaches, coordinators, and position coaches from professional, college, and high school football. Keith and his guests discuss the philosophy, concepts, schemes, and strategies that they have learned throughout their careers. The Scouting Academy teaches you how to scout like a pro. Learn from NFL executives and coaches about the process of scouting from your home on your schedule. The Scouting Academy has 40 alumni with NFL opportunities and over 130 in college football. Friday Night Football Coaches is the platform for high school football coaches. FNF Coaches delivers content to the high school football coaching community through its website, print magazine, and other digital platforms. Links to all websites can be found in the description of this video. Thank you for joining us for this week's All 22 Tuesday, and we will see you next week.